I'm Ryan. I've been here since pre-K, which is 10 years, and now I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Nell. I'm in 8th grade. This is my 10th year at Topeka Collegiate. I've been here since pre-K.
The pre-K assembly, of course, it was the first assembly that I've ever done.
I remember I was a narrator, and I think it was based off a book, and we were all farm animals.
I played a duckling with 2 other people, and I used to have a major fear of speaking or standing in front of people, and now since the assemblies have gone through over the past 10 years, I've gotten used to it and better at it, and now I'm more confident when I go on.
And I think they make me more confident on stage. Like I wouldn't be able to stand on stage if I didn't do the assemblies. My favorite subject now would probably have to be language arts. I really like grammar and writing papers.
Our language arts teacher sometimes gives us pieces of paper, like a picture, which we have to base our story on or introduce that picture somewhere in the story. Makes me think differently when I'm writing stories and makes me have fun with writing.
I always love the in-class discussions because each person gets to say something that they want to say.
I enjoy the discussions greatly because it's just nice to hear other people's thoughts on a certain book.
So the in-class discussions I always think are really helpful because they help me gain my opinions on what I think about the book.
I really loved math because you really require math in most jobs in the real world. Our math teachers are probably, in my opinion, the best math teachers ever. Because Mrs. Hoyt, who's been my teacher since 6th grade, she just knows so much about math, and she's so nice and kind.
Hands-on learning, it definitely helps me better. I feel like if I'm just sitting in a classroom reading a book every period of every day, I'm gonna be exhausted and bored. Yeah, squid dissection in 3rd grade. And I remember we got to write with the ink from the squid. And I remember being grossed out, but also completely fascinated at the same time. Sea camp has always been something I've looked forward to. All of my siblings got to go, and I've just always waited for it, and it's kind of the thing you wait for. I think we get to swim with sharks, nurse sharks. We get to go snorkeling, and you're in the water and with all the fish and animals, and I think that's really cool.
In 7th grade, we go to Heifer Ranch in Arkansas, and Heifer Ranch is an international organization which tries to end world hunger. At Heifer Ranch, they have a little village which interprets houses all around the world and living conditions all around the world. Instead of just trading and eating our own separate dinners, we all pitched in and had a big dinner. And we cooked a nice meal, probably not one of my favorites. The overall village experience got me thinking how people live in the world. It's extraordinary that these people, they live in these tiny houses for every day of their life.
I think being in a small school has been really beneficial. I especially get a lot of hands-on work with my teachers.
Our academics is supposed to get ready. It's readying us for the real world.
I feel like Collegiate's definitely prepared me for certain things like writing papers and just being prepared and being organized.
We just learned so much here at Collegiate ever since we were children, in pre-K and kindergarten.
I think the iPad minis that the pre-K and kindergarten get is so cool.
I wish I was in pre-K now.
We obviously didn't have that when we were that age, but I think that's such a cool thing that they get to try them out and use them and get to work with them.
And I think it helps them learn how to use technology, and it helps them expand their knowledge about the world. Of course, now in 5th grade, we have the smart boards, And the smart boards, it's cool. It helps the teachers a lot in teaching. In middle school, the teachers have the ThinkPads and the projectors. It's just so cool that we have that type of technology for the little kids too. It is a tiny community, but I think that helps us learn more.
I definitely want to come back and visit and see teachers and just kind of see how the school's changed each year.
Our teachers make it very enjoyable to learn.